In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Court will call first case on the docket. This is Boone County case 2018-113, 2016-145, State of Arkansas versus Garrett Angel.
How you doing this morning, Your Honor?
Mr. Reese, where are we?
Judge, I believe we're waiting on some Marion County charges to get filed on this.
Judge, Mr. Angel picked up some new charges when he was arrested on his FTA, and the Marion County charges are very significant, and so we're working with them to actually get those charged and lined out so that the counties can negotiate together, because there's likely going to end up being a plea that encompasses, or at least an offer that encompasses both counties.
And we would happily waive the 60 days on the revocation if it hasn't already been waived.
We have him down on case 2018-113 down for trial during the June 3rd week. There are two cases here. What the proposal would be to waive the 60 days on the revocation case and reset it for June 21st. Can it be done that fast?
I think that would be a question for the state, Your Honor, I think.
Yeah. And can we reset Mr. Garrett's revocation hearing for June 21st?
I have no problem with that.
It's fine with me, Your Honor.
All right. So, now we have 2018-113, which is set for a jury trial during the June 3rd trial period.
And Judge, I would suggest resetting it to either the July or August, if the defense is willing to take the time on that in an effort to plea him out. Or to try if we need to. Either one's fine.
The only problem with taking the time is if we have to take a resubmission to the court.
Next week.
Judge, I'll take the time on that.
Okay. All right. So I'm resetting it for the, let's see, we have, what, in July, when do we have our trial period? The 15th is the one for the eastern part of this district, and is it the 22nd?
Yes, sir, 22nd.
Okay. Let's reset it for the week of the 22nd, July 22nd. I know there are plenty of cases there. That'll be as an excluded period. And then I want to set him down for, well, we'll just reset him for reappear on June 21st on both of these. And then, all right?
Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes, sir. I've been here for 4 months now and was asking maybe if I could get a cash or pro bond on my bonds. Maybe you can hire them and give me a cash or pro. Maybe, sir, please. I've been here 4 months now. And I did go to court on these charges this last time too, and I did go to court like I was supposed to, and also paid my bond.
What says the state?
Judge, this case was originally a Division III case. It was transferred to Division IV because the case was given to Mr. Reese. So I'm not familiar with what went on in the case prior to that, but I do know that the new case in Marion County involves simultaneous possession, which is very severe. So I'm hesitant to alter any bonds at this point.
Judge Putman had reset the bond as a $5,000 cash-only bond on this case. I assume the revocation is a no bond hold. I'm going to let me look.
Judge, I do see a FTA warrant was issued in September. And which case is this? In 18-113. So it does appear that there's been some issues with Mr. Angel appearing.
Yes. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is there is a bond set on the revocation. It's set at $15,000 cash only, and I'll make that the bond for both cases. There's a separate $5,000 cash only bond in 2018-113, so I'm going to make the bond $15,000 cash only. And that'll be the bond to cover both of them. All right?
Your Honor.
Okay.
That's what my bond has been set at this whole 4 months, is 15,000 cash only. Maybe consider maybe getting it raised and maybe get a cash or pro bond.
No, I've made my decision. I'm not going to change it. $15,000 cash only bond for both cases. It'll cover both cases. All right.
I think.
You may be excused. 2018-411, State of Arkansas versus Terry Bruce. You were having some discussion earlier. Is there anything to be done on this today?
Judge, he has a parole hearing date of July 9th. I would ask for a very short reset on this. It's my first time appearing for Mr. Bruce.
Okay.
I'm new to his case. There is an offer out there that I don't know if he's going to want to take. If we could hopefully resolve it before July 9th. Otherwise, I would expect it ends in a trial by jury.
We have it on for trial during the week of July 22nd. Right now. That's when it's set for trial.
I'm fine leaving it right there as it is.
All right.
I would just ask to have one more final hearing to attempt and resolve it. Otherwise, that July 22nd trial date sounds good.
We'll put him down for July 12th then to reappear. All right. Mr. Bruce, you may be excused.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camps Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find your perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camps Plants, in business for over 35 years in Harrison.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Hi, I'm Tara Wilmot, and as a Health Mart pharmacist, I have a crucial commitment to our community because just like you, I support our community. All Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned, just like our Health Mart here in Harrison. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the Square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
2019-82, State of Arkansas versus Jason Jansen.
Hey, we're still writing discovery on this.
It went over this morning.
Oh, it went over? Okay.
Where are we on Mr. Jansen?
Judge, discovery's been received, and we'll just proceed as necessary at this time.
Okay.
If we could have him reset for one more final hearing on this.
Judge, that's correct. The state needs to make an offer in this case.
All right. We'll set it then for July 12th. Mr. Jansen will reappear on July 12th. His trial is set for the week of August 5th.
Thank you.
All right. 2018-380, State of Arkansas versus Corey Kreitlow.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Where are we on getting ready for trial on this one?
Judge, trial set July 15th, if we can proceed to trial.
I think it's July 22nd, the week of July 22nd,
okay.
yeah. All right. Yep, have plea offers been made and
They have,
rejected? Is that
They have,
what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, all right. All right, we have it down for trial. You may be excused, sir.
Yeah, a lot of notes.
2019-181, State of Arkansas versus Dillon Montgomery. We also have 19-221, same defendant.
Judge, if I may approach.
Yes, you may.
He's made application.
Devin, if you get a moment, can I talk to you? He's willing to plead. You gave him an offer of 3 years probation. He's willing to do it after 46 hours. I don't know if you had it done or not. He missed last night because he was a big thing. We sent him to develop. He's here. So. I'm just... Yeah.
Court is making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Montgomery. Both of these cases are on the Division 3 docket. Apparently he had an alias warrant in 2019-181, which he's appearing on at this time. Mr. Gibson, are you assigned on this case if I've made the appointment of the Public Defender's Office?
Judge, if it is drawn Division 3, it will be.
Yes.
I apologize, I don't have...
He's already set by scheduling order in 2019-181 for trial in October with a couple other dates between now and then. But I believe he's for arraignment in case 2019-221.
Judge, we waive a formal reading and a plea of not guilty.
This is for arraignment on charges of forgery, a Class C felony, and theft of property, a Class A misdemeanor. And Mr. Gibson, I'm noting a plea of not guilty being entered on your behalf, Mr. Montgomery. Mr. Gibson will be your attorney in this matter. I'm setting you down to reappear on May 24th in front of Judge Putman to get on his scheduling order. You may be excused at this time.
Yes, sir. I have one more question, Your Honor. For the alias bench warrant, how long would I be on a no bond hold for that exactly?
Dylan, that's something we'll have to take up with Judge Putman. When you appear next week, we can address that with the judge who has your case.
Right. That
And I'll get
may be
down to bid with
excused. 2019-102, State of Arkansas versus Andrew Ramirez.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm just fine. How are you?
I'm great.
We've got, this case is set for trial in the August 5th trial period. Where do we stand? This is the final hearing, so,
Judge, if we could have him reappear.
okay.
I'll get with him next weekend and go over his plea.
Okay. We'll get him, and let's have him reappear on June 21st.
June 21st?
Right. Or would July be better?
June's fine.
We're going to be reappearing in court on June 21st, and your court date is set in August, the week of August 5th. You may be excused, sir. 2016-226, State of Arkansas versus Danny Reynolds.
Hey, what happened? What happened on this guy? He wasn't supposed to come back till August 17th. He was doing 66 or 660. That's what I had. I thought it was 2018.
There's also case 2019-157 involving Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah.
Are we going to take that up this afternoon, or?
Judge, I think this is the first appearance on a new petition to revocate.
Oh, okay.
Is revocate a word?
I'll make it one.
I see. All right. Mr. Reynolds, in case 2016-226, you're appearing on a petition to revoke the, based on, it was filed on April 15th of 2019. It alleges that on 3 occasions in January of 2019, March of 2019, and again in March of 2019, you had new charges filed against you, which violates the terms and conditions of your probationary sentence. It's also alleged that in January you tested positive for methamphetamine, which would violate the terms and conditions of your probation. All of those are the allegations. On those allegations, how do you now plead?
Not true, Your Honor.
All right. Plea of not true is noted of record. I'm going to set this down for, this is, I'm going to set this case down for May 31st for hearing.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.
Whether you're hunting, fishing, or tailgating, Clay Maxey Ford has you covered. That's right, near or far, when it comes to getting you where you want to go, America's best-selling truck, the F-150, is up to the challenge.
You can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
2017-325, State of Arkansas versus Jerry Spears.
Approach.
Yes. There's also 2019-227, same defendant.
And he's made application on both?
Okay.
Spears. That's fine, man. You can sit there. Which one? You can't get it. Turn that up.
Court is making the appointment of the PD, the Public Defender's Office, to represent Mr. Spears. Both of these cases are Division III cases. I don't believe he's been arraigned on either one. So in the case of 2017-325, Mr. Spears is facing allegations in a petition to revoke filed May 6th of 2019. It alleges that he has violated the law in December of 2018, in January of 2019, and in February of 2019. It also alleges that he tested positive for ETG in January of 2019 while on probation, that he has that he had left Boone County without prior approval from his supervising officer in violation of the terms and conditions of probation, and that he had moved to a different address without, once again, without advising his officer. It also alleges that he had failed to be truthful with an officer in December of 2018 with a law enforcement, about contact with a law enforcement officer, and he also had failed to keep his GPS monitor charged, and I guess this is correlative with the earlier charges of moving to a different address in violations of the conditions of his arrangement to be on his GPS monitor. So all of those, the allegations contained in the petition on those, how does Mr. Spears plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, noting the plea of not true. In case 19-227, on the charges of failure to register as a sex offender, how does the defendant plead on that charge?
I need one. Not guilty, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to set Mr. Spears down for a reappearance in front of Judge Putman on May 24th on both of these cases, assigned to Division III docket. Mr.
Fine,
Spear?
Mr. Is there a way to get a bond on this?
Not at this time. I'm not
Violation on this.
going to,
Judge, ready.
okay. Are you done?
Yes, Your Honor, sorry.
All right. I'm not going to set a bond at this time. This case, both these cases are assigned to Judge Putman's docket. So you, at this point, you can take that up with Judge Putman when you see him next week. You may be excused. 2019-198, State of Arkansas versus Billy Allred. So I have this down for checking on attorney status.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you made any arrangements to get an attorney?
Yes, I filed the paperwork.
He was appointed on the 3rd, I believe, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. All right. Now, under our scheduling order, it's your obligation to stay in touch with him. He gets so many appointments that you know, he has to make appointments, and then you call and make an appointment and get in to see him. All right.
All right.
All right. All right. Get it done. 2019-13 and 2018-98, State of Arkansas versus John Angel.
Judge, Mr. Hancock, I'm filling in for Mr. Hancock today. He's filed a motion to continue in both of those cases, and I don't believe the state has an objection to that.
No, sir. And Judge, he's also filed a motion to suppress, I think, in the older case. And we talked about some potential dates, but we'll need to get together and get with the court on a date for that hearing.
Let's see.
We talked about maybe setting it out behind some trials the week of June 3rd. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now. It looks like there's some that are going, but
Mm-hmm. Do we still have that Newton County rape trial pending?
Was that McCarley, Your Honor?
Yeah.
it's in July, I think.
Yeah.
Have we moved it out to July? Okay.
Right now, I think Dodson is set, but there may be a motion to continue in that, from what I understand, in Newton County.
There is, Your Honor.
And then there's a couple of, I know there's at least two that Boone County is looking to try, unless something
Marvin
changes.
Stewart.
Marvin Stewart's gotta go.
He's got to be tried.
So I don't know. Polly had emailed me on another case about July 1st, which is a Monday. So, I mean, that might be a good day. I don't know.
She said it as a civil domestic case, but you might be able to speak to this from the
Okay, but the motion to continue is to continue case 2018-98 out to another trial date. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
I guess I could set it, I'll continue it to the July 22nd date when 2019-13 is set. And then you said that she had emailed about a possible date of July 1st.
Yeah, not on this case, but on another case, we talked about doing a suppression hearing on July 1st, so I just thought that day may be an available day. I didn't mention that to Mr. Hancock. I was just throwing it out there. So
Well, let's tentatively, both of these cases now are set for jury trial during the week of July 22nd. And I'm continuing 1898 to that trial date as an excluded period. Then let's tentatively set it for a suppression hearing in case 2018-98 for that July 1st date. And then if that doesn't work out, we'll come up with another date. I mean, our alternative really is July 12th, but I suspect that's going to be a day like today, very busy and hard to fit in hearings, so, all right? All right. Mr. Angel, you need to keep in good touch with Mr. Hancock, and then right now plan to be back here on July 1st. We'll let you know if another date gets
I
assigned.
texted Mr. Hancock as well.
But your job is to stay in touch with Mr. Hancock, because that's who will adjust the dates with.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You may be excused. 2018-116, State of Arkansas versus Glenna Angel.
Judge, Mrs. Angel is here as well. She is a co-defendant to her husband, and we are, in essence, in both cases, we are riding Mr. Hancock's coattails on his motions. At this point, we haven't filed our own, but I think they're one and the same. We've discussed whether or not these cases would be tried together or tried separately. We're kind of on the fence about which way to go. So,
well, I've continued the trial date from June 3rd. Are you making the same motion?
I would, Your Honor. I request that we move the trial date in this matter to the July setting, and then we'll see how that motion goes. And then after that motion to suppress by Mr. Angel is adjudicated, we'll then decide whether we're going to try these individuals together or separately.
I guess I'll mark it down for a possible part of the suppression hearing would include Mrs. Angel as well on July 1st, if that motion goes.
Okay, I'm sorry, to be clear, at this time, are you filing a suppression motion in Glenna Angel?
It's one to me I would after we see how theirs goes, or I wouldn't if it went one way. I mean, yeah, to me it's the exact same set of facts, exact same standing they have. I guess it's somewhat academic to me as filing the motion, but if we need to, we'll file the motion.
It makes a little more sense to file it, and rather than wait and see what happens and then file it and theoretically have to do it twice.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we would do it twice, but
Okay.
it told speedy trial, but that's the reason I hadn't filed it. But I'll visit with my client, and I may file it just to file it.
Well, we're tolling speedy trial till the.
Oh yeah, I guess my last motion told the time. So yeah, I'll throw a motion in there then, and we can try them at the same time.
Okay.
But Mr.
Course,
Hancock.
I guess the downside is then we have 3 attorneys asking questions.
Well, I'll let Mr. Hancock do the heavy lifting.
All right. Okay. I'm setting it, this case now for moving it to July 22nd as an excluded period from June 3rd, and I'm setting it for trial, for hearing on that July 1st date, assuming that date is going to work out for everybody. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
That will be the ruling of the court. You may be excused.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
2019-84, State of Arkansas versus Glenn Kaufman.
Judge, he's set for trial August 5th. He needs to make an appointment, come meet with me. Just, we don't need a reappearance date. If
Let's go July reappearance date.
you want a July one?
Yeah, and maybe a mid-July. And state will get a written offer out.
July 12th. It'll be your reappearance date, but more importantly, Mr. Kaufman, you need to call the public defender's office, get an appointment, and then keep the appointment to meet with Mr. Burnett. All right? All right? I'm ordering you to do so. 2019-207, State of Arkansas versus Fred Daniel. Mr. Daniel, you're for arraignment here today. Have you made any arrangements to be represented by an attorney?
Atwell said he talked to my public defender from another case, and he was supposed to represent me.
Well, in order to get a public defender, you have to fill out an application for the public defender's office. You haven't done that? Okay. The forms are here in the courtroom, and you need to get one and fill it out, and then turn it into this young lady over here at this table. Okay? And that's how you get an appointed counsel. You're for arraignment today on charges of possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine or cocaine, Class D felony, possession of controlled substance, marijuana, Class A misdemeanor, and there's a speeding violation also. On those charges, how do you now plead? I'm noting a plea of not guilty. Your case is on the Division 3 docket of Judge Putman. I'm ordering you to reappear on May 24th in front of Judge Putman. That's a week from today. But before you leave here today, get that application and fill it out. All right? 2019-71, State of Arkansas versus Jimmy Dotson. Morning.
Judge?
Oh, okay. We'll take that. I'd forgotten, yes. We'll also take up Newton County case 2018-50, 2018-63.
Judge, could we recall this a little later? Mr. Brown was handling this case, and I think he was expecting the Newton cases to be called a little later.
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. Okay. I think he went back to the office thinking Newton would be a little later in the morning.
Okay. So we're not ready to take this up at this time?
There's a motion to continue from what I understand in a trial in the Newton case, and I'm not in a position to argue that for Mr. Brown.
Okay.
I did file a motion for continuance, so I would assume Mr. Brown would want to be on record if he was going to object or anything to it.
Well, let's see if we can get him to come over, back over, and I'll take it up as soon as he gets back over. All right? That won't hold you up as long if we do it that way, all right?
All right, thanks, sir.
Please have a seat, and we'll get back to you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. 2019-190, State of Arkansas, versus Scotty Flippo.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. I signed it, so I made the appointment.
He has two cases. That may be in the new case, Judge.
The appointment. I believe we represent him in the older case, Your Honor.
No, the one I said I signed was for the Mr. Easter. I'd signed his appointment before we determined what his situation was.
Okay.
All right, I'm making the appointment of Mr. Flippo of the Public Defender's Office. This is in case 2019-190. What was the number? Oh, there's the other one. 1912. He's already being represented by Mr. Burnett. This is for arraignment here today in 2019-190 for the possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine or cocaine, Class D felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, separate Class D felony, possession of controlled substance, marijuana, Class A misdemeanor, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class A misdemeanor, and defective lights or reflectors, no seat belts. Those are all the allegations in the case. On those charges, how does he now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Send a plea over. I think he's going to the doctor for that.
You should go.
Do I? On both cases. No. Sorry. We don't have his other case. That's probably in there.
Huh?
We don't have his file with us, so. Just hang on.
After the plea of not guilty is entered, the court is entering, setting Mr. Flippo for trial during the week of September 3rd and for reappearance on August 2nd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Flippo, you may be excused, but now it's your obligation to stay in touch with your public defender that's been appointed. What that means is you have to call the office, make an appointment, and get in to see him. All right.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camps Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find your perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camps Plants, in business for over 35 years in Harrison.
Court is calling 2019-223 State of Arkansas versus Davis Frisbee. Court is making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Frisbee. Mr. Frisbee, your case is for arraignment on charges of possession of a controlled substance, Schedule 1 or 2, methamphetamine or cocaine. That's a Class D felony. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Not guilty.
I'm noting your plea of not guilty. The case is assigned to the Division 3 docket of Judge Putman. I'm setting you down to reappear in front of Judge Putman on May 24th. That's a week from today. You need to come in here and get on Judge Putman's scheduling order. All right?
Yes, sir.
You may be excused.
Thank you.
2019-212, State of Arkansas versus Chad Henry. Chad Henry.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Okay. Mr. Henry, I've made the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your case is for arraignment here today on charge of stalking, Class D felony, terroristic threatening, Class D felony, criminal trespass, a Class C misdemeanor, and criminal mischief, a Class A misdemeanor. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Not guilty.
The plea is noted as not guilty. And your case is set for trial during the week of September 3rd, and reappearance is ordered for August 2nd.
All right.
All right? Now, Mr. Reese, are you handling this for the Public Defender's Office or Mr. Burnett?
It'll be Mr. Burnett, Your Honor.
Okay. With the scheduling order that I enter, it gives you these dates to reappear. It also makes it an obligation, I'm ordering you to get in touch and stay in touch with the Public Defender's Office.
All right.
What that means is because they're so busy with so many appointments, you have to call the office and make an appointment. You can't just call up and talk to them like you might be able to do with a lawyer in a private office.
Yeah.
So you have to call and make an appointment and then go in and see them when they're there to see.
How long do I have to wear this ankle monitor?
That's a condition of your bond. At the present time, it's going to be left in place.
Okay.
You discuss that with your attorney, and if their situation allows for some kind of remediation, we'll take it. But
all right.
At this point, you need to discuss that with your attorney.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
You may be excused. 2019-214, State of Arkansas versus Anthony Henson. Court is making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Henson. Sir, you're for arraignment today on charges of aggravated assault on a family or household member. That's a Class D felony. Terroristic threatening. That's a separate Class D felony. Domestic battering, third degree, a Class D felony. On those charges, how's the defendant now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Plea of not guilty is noted. Scheduling order is entered that says sets the matter for trial during the week of September 3rd, and your next reappearance will be August 2nd. Okay. You need to remember those dates, but if you have any doubt about them, that's what you contact your attorney, and they can check, make sure that you have the right dates. If you have any questions. So that scheduling order, as I just told the last gentleman up here, it's your obligation. I'm ordering you to get in touch and stay in touch with Mr. Burnett. You do that through the Public Defender's Office by calling and making an appointment and then keeping the appointment, getting in there to see him.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's crucial. All right. You may be excused at this time.
Thank you.
2018-316, State of Arkansas versus Gregory Lovejoy.
Sorry for probation. I don't think she'll be able to call it. She has it. Let me ask her a question. On when? Judge, if we can continue this matter so the state and I can work a little more, if we could continue it to trial date sometime maybe in August and have him set for the July for reappearance.
All right. On the defense motion, the courts continue this matter from the June setting to August 5th as an excluded period. And we'll set it for reappearance on July 12th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Now, Mr. Lovejoy, you need to stay in touch with your attorney and be back here on July 12th.
And he does a good job at that, Your Honor.
Good. Very good. You may be excused.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.